Erdenblut. Schau mal.
The Wild. The Weaver. And the Worm. 3 primal forces from which the world, Gaia, springs. The Wild is creation, formless and abundant. The Weaver shapes, making order out of chaos. The Worm, whose purpose was to destroy the old, to make room for the new, went mad. Now, a force of corruption, feeding on greed, malice, and hate. It ravages Gaia. Through its unwitting accomplices, mankind, the balance between those 3 forces is long gone now. Insidiously, the worm gains more and more ground every day, vitalized by the damage humans have brought to the Earth. We, the werewolves, remain, born of man, beast, and spirit. We are the vindication of Gaia and the Wild.
Okay.
All right. They should be ready now.
The best way to get Indran out of the region is to attack their bottom line. We have a plan to convince them there's no profit to be had here. Ludmilla, if you please.
I've recently gained access to the system that controls all the on-site oil pumps. That's our target. We tamper with the pumps and send dummy data to the system to make them think their oil field has run dry.
Will that really be enough?
According to the internal files I got my hands on, they treat unprofitable sites like gangrenous limbs. They'll give this one the chop right away.
I don't know. Even if we do manage to push them out, they'll only set up somewhere else. We need to hurt them, bring them down, not chase them away.
We've already talked about this, Kahal. They're too close to the cairn. If we stage an attack, they'll look for the ones who did it. I don't want Indran's eyes on our home. Our best option is to work in the shadows.
But if something goes wrong, my wife ends up on her own in enemy territory. I don't like it.
I'm going to be fine, Call. We've been preparing this for weeks. We've calculated the risks.
And if there's any sign of trouble, you and I go in and retrieve her. But I'd rather we stay covert. Ludmilla will have the easiest time on her own.
I'm heading out. I want to be done before daybreak. Take care of Adana while I'm away. I think she's going a little crazy all cooped up in here.
Don't worry, I'll talk to her. You just focus on your mission.
Call. I've got this. I love you. See you soon.
Okay, die wird auf jeden Fall sterben.
Indran. One of the most destructive companies North America has to offer. Known for their violence and endless greed. If we left them to their own devices, they'd ravage this place till there was nothing left but dust.
Okay.
I don't like thinking that Ludmilla's on her own, Rodko.
I understand. She's my sister, remember?
And she's Adana's mother. I should be out there with her.
I gave it a lot of thought. Her chances of success are better if she's alone. It's as simple as that.
Und das
If things don't go as planned, you can tear through as much Endran scum as you like to get her out. But for now, we stay put. Go. Rest while we wait.
wer die echt zum Boss erklärt, das ist furchtbar.
Not looking forward to packing all this up tomorrow morning.
Okay, die Grafik ist, naja, reden wir nicht darüber. Das bei den Gewehren war ich gerade ein bisschen so,
Ava did an impressive job installing all this. I'll have to thank her for this later.
Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie Steuerung funktioniert durch Kampf, aber egal.
Got everything squared away?
Not a lot to square away. All I'm doing is pressing a button once Ludmilla gets me hooked up. Still got a ways to go before I can do much more than that. If I tried to breach their network, they'd be on us in a second.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You're 10 times better at hacking than me or Rotko with your eyes closed. Just give it time. Besides, you installed all of this on your own. Have faith in your abilities.
I know, but... Thanks. A little pep talk never hurts. But how are you doing? Talk to your daughter yet?
No, not yet. I'm just heading her way.
Okay, das ist die Tochter. Was?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm bored out of my mind. There's nothing to do here, and it's wet and miserable.
Don't worry, our work here's nearly finished. You'll be back at the cairn with your friends before you know it.
I know, but why'd you have to drag me out here in the first place? It's not like you've got me doing anything out here.
Your mom wanted you to come along, so you could see what our field missions entail.
They entail a bunch of bullshit. All we ever do is watch and take notes. We're not accomplishing anything.
Language, young lady. And preparation is key. Know how your enemy will respond before you move. Faux stripped of surprise is fangless.
Why didn't you go with Mom anyway? She's all alone out there. If something happens to her...
Genau, das haben wir auch
I
gesagt.
wish I could have. But Rodko wants us to keep a low profile. And there's no one better at that than your mom.
Rodko's a dumbass.
Hey, that's your uncle you're talking about. And the leader of our pack. You know it's his job to make those decisions. And like I said, all that observation we were doing was minimizing the danger. Your mother will be just fine, Eddie. Don't worry.
Oh je. So, jetzt legen wir uns hier schlafen, da werden wir aufgeweckt, weil was ganz Schlimmes passiert und dann finden wir die Mutter tot vor, so ist bestimmt.
Shit. Cahal, wake up. I'm gonna need you.
Ich kann rennen, sehr gut. Das war jetzt rennen, sehr schön.
A helicopter just touched down on the site's landing pad. Apparently it's some Endron exec. Their presence has shaken things up.
Tell me Ludmilla's okay.
She's okay. They've still got no idea she's on site. But their guard patrols have changed, and certain areas are locked down. And that includes the one Ludmilla's in.
Das ist
So
schlecht.
what's the plan now?
Rein da.
The mission's sunk. We go in there, get her out, and wait for things to quiet down. But to get her off site, the locked-off areas need to be manually unlocked. And Ludmilla's stuck on the wrong side.
Shit.
Fortunately, she has already secured a terminal. She'll guide you to her location over the radio. Go now. Bring her back.
Das geht doch in die
My
Hose.
sister needs you.
Ludmilla, I'm on my way.
Remember, stay out of sight. I'll open any door I have access to through their network. I've opened all the external ducts.
Toll. Hier X? Ja, sehr gut. Zum Wechsel und Kreis. Drücke Kreis. Zum Wechsel KHs in die Lupusform. Die Größe und Geschwindigkeit des Lupus ermöglicht ihm, sich in viele Orte zu schleichen oder bemerkt zu werden. Aber Lupus kann keine Technologie verwenden und ruft eine Reaktion im Menschen hervor, wenn er gesichtet wird. Boah, das ergibt durchaus Sinn. Da soll ich jetzt so... Also ein Wolf. Aha.
I'm locked in the turbine room in the center of the site. You'll have to get here without being seen. The area you're passing through should be deserted right now, though.
Kann man zurückwechseln. Das ist ja mal toll.
The door's locked. Ava?
There's gotta be a terminal close by. Find it. Oh, and deactivate any cameras you see while you're at it.
Ausschalten der. Ah, okay. Der Penumbra-Vision, okay. Numbra-Vision kann einige Geister blicken. So kann er Bedrohung, Geister und ihre Verbindung spüren. Aha. Also L1. Alles Klärchen. Ah, das ist eine Kamera. Das ist easy. Hier verwenden. Hier ist ein Computer. Mal raus. Hier auf. Zurück. Und verwenden. Easy. Klar, es ist der Anfang, sagen wir Tutorial, aber easy. In Wirklichkeit hier irgendwie aufstehe. Warte mal. Ja, es ist in diesem Modus.
Guards. Ludmilla, we've got a lot of company.
The arrival of the Endron exec has changed their setup. Tell me where you are.
Ja, naja. Ich kann es dir nicht genau sagen, wo ich bin.
I'm looking at the southern part of the outer fence. And a shit ton of guards. There's no way I'll be able to make a move without being seen.
Southern part of the outer fence. Got it. There. That should distract you for a few minutes. But if a guard does see you...
He won't live long enough to raise the alarm. They sold their souls to Endron. They don't get any mercy.
Hell of a time for a malfunction.
Oh Gott, böse. Machen einfach nur den Shop, die Leute. Wird Menge die Bösen sein, wird die Umwelt schädigen, aber... Der macht seinen Shop, hat vielleicht zu Hause Kinder, will sein. Ja, und das läuft mir in die Arme, oder muss halt sterben, ne? Ist halt so. Das ist die Frage, soll ich lieber an mein wunderbares Technikverlangen? Was meinen jetzt hier?
Any idea what could have caused it?
I don't care. I just want it fixed and fast. Some big shot just arrived on site. Folks upstairs want everything to be perfect.
Ich hoffe, ich habe ihn jetzt nur betäubt und nicht umgebracht. Aber, ja.
Nice.
Easy. Ja.
I'll make good use of that.
Okay, also der ist jetzt glaube ich tot, weil Pfeil im Kopf, Sorry?
I'm in the refinery.
Perfect. I'm not far now. Nearly at the passageway leading into it.
Der erste Safe Point.